A lot of people ask me, when is a time when you don't want to hold a stock overnight? Here's an example. What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire, mentor, and trader here, making a video that I'm going to send to a lot of people over several years and decades and centuries, and I don't know what's after centuries. But anyways, this is a very useful video that applies all the time with penny stocks. Every now and then, some penny stock, just catches fire. It goes up not just 100 or 200% on the day, but 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. I've even seen stocks go up 1,000 or 1,500 or even 2,000%. And I'm not talking about some illiquid crappy stock. I'm talking about stocks that trade millions, if not tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions of shares in one day. So how do you actually find these stocks? How do you trade them? When do you sell them? When is it bad to chase them? I'm going to go over all those things. First, number one, use this software, stockstotrade.com. Click the link just below this video. I'll post a screenshot right here of how one of my students found YECO using Stocks to Trade software. YECO is the latest one of these kinds of plays. Just as I'm filming this, this happened yesterday, and it went from the 1s to the 13s in one day. Traded tens of millions of shares. The next day, YECO got up to the 17s. So I think it was like $1.70 all the way up to the 17s. So 10 times your money, 1,000%. That was yesterday. Today, PTI caught fire as I'm filming this, okay? This went from the 3s all the way up to the 10s and 11s. So nearly quadrupled. This happens sometimes, not every day. Right now, this is kind of crazy. We're in a crazy market. But Stocks to Trade is the way that my top students find these stocks. You don't find them right away. There's 40 plus scans built into Stocks to Trade, and you get alerted to them when they become a big percent gainer. You don't have to find them right at the beginning. The beautiful thing with these multi-100% or even 1,000% winners in one day is you can take the meat of the move. You can take a piece of the pie. I'm going to include one other screenshot of this one student who made $6,500 on YECO from the 3s to the 6s. Again, even though YECO went to the 17s, some people will get angry. Some people will say, I sold in the 6s, then it tripled. But you still locked in $6,500, or maybe if you have a small account, you lock in $600. What you have to do is understand that it's okay to take a piece of the move, a piece of the pie. Obviously, you want as big of a piece as possible, but that comes with experience. That comes with knowledge. That comes with preparation. That comes in time. So it's okay if you sold too soon. It's okay if you make $1 a share or $3 a share. Focus on your own improvement, okay? Maybe one time you make 10% on the trade. That's a good single, 10% in one day. Remember, most mutual funds can't even make 10% in a year. So if you make one 10% gain in a day, that's good. Maybe you make 20%, 30%, or even 100 or 200%. But don't feel like you have to go for all 1,000%, because guess what? Most of the time, these stocks aren't going to go up 500 or 1,000%. That leads me to my next thing. Don't hold these stocks overnight. There might be more upside. You might miss out on it, but that's okay because there's a lot of risk when these stocks go up. And when these stocks go up and catch fire all in one day, a lot of different things can happen overnight. Someone can come out as an analyst and say, this stock is overvalued, we're going to downgrade it. Somebody might come out with an expose on how this company is a scam. The company might do a financing at much lower prices. I'll give you an example. ALT was one of these runners a few days ago, right? ALT went, I think, from the 2s all the way up to the 9s in one day. And I was putting out sell alerts like in the 7s and in the 8s. And after hours, it was hitting the 9s. And some people were like, Tim, why are you playing it so safe? I'm like, I don't care what happens. It could go to fucking 100 tomorrow. But when a stock goes from the 2s to the 7s, 8s, and 9s, that's best case scenario. I'm not interested in catching the exact top because, again, over the weekend, overnight, Anything could happen. And it turned out to be an over-the-weekend play. It closed on Friday. I think it went from the 2s to the 7s. After hours, it was up to the 9s. Monday morning pre-market, it was in the 10s. And I got messages from people saying, Tim, you underestimated it again. I've made millions of dollars underestimating these companies. But I also take the meat of the move. I take $1 a share. Sometimes the meat is just a crumb, okay? I take a crumb of the move. That's okay too. But I usually take profits too quickly. And here's the thing. ALT pre-market was in the 10s. A lot of people were ripping on me. And then at 9 a.m. Eastern, they issued a financing down in the 4s. And in 1 minute, it dropped from 10 to 4. So not only did some people not take profits, some people chased it in the 7s, 8s, or 9s when I was warning to sell. Because they say, Tim, you're just too old, you're too conservative, this thing could go to 20. And it could have. Maybe it would have gone to 20 if they didn't announce the financing. But when you have that financing, you have no chance to get out, okay? It was in the 1 minute candle. I wasn't frankly even awake when it happened. I was on West Coast time, so I didn't see it happen in real time. But I'm guessing when it went from 10 to 4 in 1 minute, it went from 10 to 8 in like 2 seconds, and 8 to 6 maybe in 5 more seconds. You're not ready for those risks. Even if you have a stop loss, you can't get out. So you lose from 10 to 4. What if you chased it in the 7s, 8s, or 9s? Let's say you chased it at 8, and it's at 10 pre-market, and you're saying, screw you, Sykes, I'm already up 25%. And then a few minutes later, you're down 50%. I don't risk losing 50%. No trade is worth it for me. So I control my risk. I take profits too soon. And frankly, I think that's a good way to be. I trade these penny stocks safely because I've seen a lot. So a lot of people are gunslingers like, psh, 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 shut up, Sykes, we can do whatever, we can make so much. Do you know how many newbies I have seen, especially in other chat rooms and with different mentors who don't have any millionaire students? Guess what? They are teaching flawed strategies. And these gunslingers who are so aggressive and they think that they've figured out the game, they make maybe tens of thousands or a few hundreds of thousands of dollars, then they blow up. They lose 50, 75, 100% of their money. And then they write some introspective bullshit on Twitter. It's because they have flawed mentors. They have flawed teachings. I'm not the best by far, okay? I'm just a trader who's made roughly $5 million, which is pretty good for penny stocks. But more importantly, I've been teaching for 10 years. I have a lot of successful students. I know what it takes to create success. It's in my own best interest to make you as successful as possible and to limit your risks. Because not only do people lose 50, 75, or 100% of their money, that kind of a loss discourages them from trading. It discourages them from learning. And many people quit. And the number one thing that I've learned is that you can never quit education. You can never quit trading. You might not make that much money in your first year or second year, but maybe in your third year it'll click. Michael Hudson, my newest six-figure student, actually now I have 4 new six-figure students in the past few weeks, it's crazy. But Michael Hudson, my newest $200,000 plus profit student, it took him 3 years for everything to click. He was learning a little bit, he was earning a little bit, but really in year 3 is when it clicked. I would like it to click sooner, but I'm not in control of that. You're in control. It depends how hard you study. It depends on what market it is. You might study all the time, and there's none of these 500 to 1,000% winners. And you say, what are you talking about, Sykes? Give it time. I want you to be in this game for many years, many decades. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the longer you have to witness these kinds of things, the more you have a chance to profit off of them. So you have to stay in the game. You have to take it seriously and take it cautiously. Be safe. If a stock is going from 1 to 10 on the day and you sold it from, let's say, 2 to 4 and you made 100%, be happy. There's many different reasons that you can get scared out of a stock, and that's fine. When in doubt, get out. I would rather you sell too soon than too late. I play things safely. Yes, it's true. I'm a coward trader. If you listen to one of my DVDs, I talk like this because I'm a castrated choir boy. And I know it sounds weird, but I want to teach you to be a castrated choir boy too. That's a good way to trade. I know it's a weird analogy, but it's true. Be safe. Take a little piece of the move. Don't worry if the stock goes higher, and don't hold these stocks overnight. There's 2 great downside risks for that. Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.